Hey fam, I'm Antonia and thank you for being here. Are you ready for November? This is going to feel like a very different energy than we felt in this. I'm channeling for us collectively. Dreams will be realized. We're going to take a look and see what November has in store for each sign individually in just a minute. But first of all, I need to thank you guys so much. And first, I hit subscribers at the time of filming this. I'm almost at about, which is mind blowing to me because this channel is not even a year old. So thank you guys so much for your support here. To celebrate subscribers, I'm going to be doing a giveaway every single Friday on Instagram. We did this once and it went over really well. You guys get to ask me one free question and I choose a handful of winners. A good amount of info comes through even just for one question, so it's very much worth your while. But as always, I will still be giving away 2 free readings, 2 more extensive readings here on YouTube. If you would like to be considered for a free reading, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Leave me a comment below your video. Let me know that you have subscribed. Let me know what you thought of the messages that came through, if you resonated with any of them. And I will notify winners from here forward on Instagram and on Twitter, both Urban Soul Guru, okay? Because some of you are missing notifications on YouTube, so I want to make sure winners know that they have won. So again, winners will be notified at the very end of the month, of each month, on Instagram and on Twitter. Now let's take a look. Let's check out this energy for her. Let's see what's in store. Hey, gems. This reading is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to take a look at your general overview first, then love. Timestamps will be down below. Gemini general overview for 19. Gemini general overview. 18. All right, Gemini, coming through already and coming through quickly. Your mind is on your money and not much else. There's a big message around this, though, for you, Gemini. That's great. You definitely want to be investing energy into businesses, especially if you are an entrepreneur. But make sure that doing what you love is at the core of it. I'm definitely feeling a resurrection of something you had laid to rest in the past. You'll be going back to a business, back to an old hobby. There's something that maybe you've brushed aside for a while. It's time to step back into it. There is success there. It feels like that is connected to something you genuinely love to do. There's a business to be built around it. There is success around that, okay? So let's get a little bit more energy or a little bit more clarity for Gemini. Let's do one more shuffle here for you guys. I know that was quick. All right. Gemini general overview. Yeah. I'm definitely feeling like some of you be going back to healer roots. But whatever it is, you're focusing on helping other people. There's pure intention at the core. There's something really genuine there. What I'm telling you is connected to something that you love. It feels like some of you have stepped away from helping other people because you and your family and your friends really needed your energy, needed your attention. I'm definitely feeling a lot of healing too for Gemini. So you've stepped out of helping other people because you genuinely needed to focus just on you for a while. You will be stepping back into being of service for other people. This comes through too as an entrepreneurial business. So don't brush this off any longer. If there's something you really love, especially if you dabbled in it in the past or it was an idea, but you didn't bring it to light fully, you didn't fully manifest it, now's the time to go, okay? There's a lot of success here, Gemini. I'm definitely channeling abundance, but it has to do with you being an entrepreneur. Geminis collectively are definitely feeling a pull toward working for themselves versus working for other people because, you know, Gemini, we don't necessarily get credit for being uber creative, but Geminis are super creative. We just have a million other talents too. And I think that that's fair to say with humility intact, but Geminis do tend to be hella creative, okay? A card of creativity sitting at the center here. Gemini, you need to be able to decide how something's getting done. If you have felt like a boss or a coworker or someone was suppressing your talents or your vision, you're stepping away from that at this time. It just feels like you need to step out on your own. So if you're hesitating, do understand that if you have the courage, especially in Virgo season will be very blessed for you, Gemini. If you have the courage to step out on your own, whether it's doing something new or stepping out on your own, doing something you already have quite a lot of experience doing, there is success there. But I'm telling you, Gemini, I'm going to hold these up, right? creativity here, writing, communication. Okay, for some of you, it's definitely a book. It's a book that is of service to other people. I'm definitely channeling self-help here, gems, okay? Don't put this off. You're not crazy. Why can't you do it? I'm definitely feeling some Geminis saying, why me? Like, why would I be the one to have this, #1 selling book? Or why would it be my service or my business? Gemini, why not you? Why can't you be out there? Why can't you be in the spotlight doing what you love? Why can't you make money doing what you love? Virgo will bring you these blessings. I'm telling you, there's something about her, and it feels like early number especially, something's coming up. You need to pay attention, okay? Right. Journal. If you don't know what this could possibly be, it's because you haven't spent enough time journaling. You also not be spending enough time meditating. Spirit speaking to you. This card comes up when you are a creative spirit and you recognize that whether it's music or writing of some sort of creating, okay, you recognize that it's not just your brilliance. It's a combination of your talents, but also being a conduit for something bigger than yourself. Do you see the angel speaking to him, speaking those words into his ear? Okay. I just saw music notes on that paper. I don't think there are music notes. Yeah, there's nothing there on this card. But vision I just got on the screen here, I saw music notes. So you be feeling really musical. Okay. I'm hearing musical theater. Some of you who've been more behind the scenes in a creative sense, maybe stepping out into the limelight. So say you were a background singer, you'd be the lead singer in a new production or a new band, or you just be branching out solo, because there's definitely this emphasis on doing something solo. But I will say this, Gemini, you don't have to do everything alone, but that solo energy comes through just in terms of making sure your vision is fully realized, is fully honored without other people putting limitations, because you're not going to be happy. You're not going to be happy if your creativity is limited, okay? Please accept that this is in alignment with your soul purpose. That is what Spirit is coming through and asking you and saying to you, accept your gifts, accept your talents, accept that now is the time for you to be honored for all the talent, all the love, all the brilliance, okay, that you have, that you embody, that channel through you. It's time for the world to see that. I've seen this really come full circle for Aquarius. And I've been talking to Gemini over the last couple of months, and I'm seeing a little bit of a parallel between Gemini and Aquarius. It will manifest a bit differently, but what's similar at the core is taking a talent, taking your service, taking your creativity, and really having to be out there in front of people. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean you're sitting in front of a camera, okay? But you may have a book that's going to be out there. People will be reviewing and reading your work. I don't want to say discouraged. Don't be discouraged if you haven't had a favorable outcome in the past. It wasn't the right time for you. It wasn't divine timing. Now is divine timing. Accept this. Accept that this is your fate. You'll be going back to something that you swore you would never, ever, 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 ever go back to. Universe is going to bring you back. Okay, let me grab this. That just flew. Okay, Gemini. Law of attraction flew. Law of attraction is the clarifier for focus on service. What is it that you want? Now is the time to manifest this full circle. But in order to do this, you need to know what it is that you actually want. What is it? What kind of service? What kind of talent? What kind of project are you trying to bring full circle? Would you like to bring full circle? Have that energy out there. It's not just that it will happen quickly for you. For some of you, okay, through this service, through this creative project, what I'm getting is that you are attracting and manifesting a brand new life. Sit with that message for a minute. You're manifesting a brand new life. You're attracting a brand new life because you are the creator of it. For some of you, it's not necessarily a specific project, but we're the creators of our present and our future. We are the creators of our experiences here on this planet. You cannot have people limiting you. Okay, so this law of attraction speaks to stepping outside of those limitations, not being afraid to put yourself out there. There's something bigger and better for you, Gemini. If you have Aquarius friends, speak to them, sit in their energy. Aquarius is a little bit further down this road than Gemini is, but you will be there pretty soon, Gemini. I'm feeling is a bigger year, maybe for gems than Aquarius. Aquarius kind of took off over this year and continues to. There's something that you're manifesting here that is real. And there's substance, and it helps people. It's something that your soul needs to be happy and fulfilled long term. Okay, so we have this creative project, this aha moment, this brilliant idea at the center of your reading. And also working on this solo without those limitations. Okay, clarify. For some of you, it is about honoring what your soul purpose is, but also your inner child. You're doing inner child work. For some of you, this is journaling so that you can heal the inner child, so that you can bypass any limitations. Okay, I feel you nurturing inner child here. This work, especially as you help other people, it will directly impact your own health and your own well-being. Gemini, you need this. You need this. Your soul needs this. For some of you, it's not that the work that you have been doing thus far isn't good enough, but it's not it. You haven't struck that gold yet. And I don't mean gold just in terms of money. It's like you're meant to do something bigger. Okay. And you know that. For those of you who are really, like, where that's really hitting home, you really know, you feel that you're meant to do something bigger. Even if you don't know what that something bigger is yet, for those of you, you're going to journal and you're going to figure it out. Okay. Spirit will be speaking to you over the next couple of weeks. But for those of you who really hear that message and feel that message, now is your time, okay? Now is the time to change. For some of you, I definitely feel like this will require a move out of a space. I'm feeling, well, seeing some of you packing up like an office and leaving a company. You're just not meant to work for people or under circumstances or be exposed to circumstances that, again, just limit your creativity, okay? There are no limitations anymore. The sky isn't even the limit for you, Gemini. So accept that. But it's also about taking that energy, taking that creativity, and manifesting it in a way that is grounded. Sometimes I've noticed this with Geminis, and I'm a Gemini sun. This is absolutely not a judgment anyway. But we tend to have all these brilliant ideas, and sometimes we don't manifest them all the way down into the physical realm. It's really important to take these brilliant ideas, this creativity, this business, this entrepreneurial spirit, and to do it in a grounded way, really asking. I mean, I'm hearing Archangel Ariel helping you tap into this abundance, but then bring all this brilliant energy all the way down to earth, because it's okay to dream, and that's a beautiful process. But I feel like for many of you, this was the time to dream. This was the time to be in, I don't want to say la la land, because you are definitely more grounded than that. And we need to have that. We need to be daydreamers. We need to dream, to know what it is that brings us passion, to know what it is that we love. But Virgo season, now is the time to ground it. Make something real here, Gemini. Like, really with discipline and consistency. Make some shit happen. You'll be so grateful that you've started now, okay? Crowning your reading is cleanse and detox. Cleanse and detox crowning. And we have opportunity to forgive. Okay, bottom of the deck, we have opportunity to forgive and energy work. This definitely speaks to, well, obviously some energy clearing, okay? But forgiving people who have limited your success in the past or your creativity in the past. They may not have meant to. There are definitely some people that you've worked with, some bosses that you've worked for, even some people in your home, maybe your parents as a kid. They thought they were saying and doing the right things, but unfortunately, there was this limiting belief, and you have taken on that limiting belief, but your soul purpose is pulling you up and out of that now, okay? It's time to cleanse the limitations. It's time to work on fear. And anybody, whether it was malicious or not, anybody who has gotten in the way of your success, anybody who hasn't supported you, any sort of disappointments, even in yourself, okay, even with yourself, you got to forgive it, okay? That's really what this cleansing is all about. Let it go. There's some dead weight there still, gems. You can't go into Virgo season with dead weight. You will wind up limiting your own success if you go into Virgo season with dead weight. So get some energy healing done. Sea salt baths. Okay, it sounds so simple, but sea salt baths are so powerful, especially if you do them in groups of 3, especially if you do them around the full moon. Okay, so Gemini, I'm definitely feeling like career transition and money. That is your focus. And love. I'm feeling somebody almost as hyper-focused on you as you are on your work in this transition. So let's take a look here. Okay, Gemini in love, September 18. Gemini, you know, some of that dead weight are exes, okay? But a beautiful message that comes through for gems is this. Some people are trying to circle back, and they are expressing a lot of love to you, because I'm definitely feeling a lot of love around Geminis. Even people who are putting some hate out there, like, hey, don't get pregnant now, you might wind up with a Gemini. I just love seeing that all over the internet right now. But you know what, Gemini, even your haters love you. Do you understand that? I think as a Gemini, if there is one sign who understands that, it is a Gemini, okay? It is love in disguise, but it is still love. You have people around you who really do genuinely love you, and there are some of these people trying to show back up. They just don't feel like they are of your highest good to let in, okay? So even people you thought were deceptive in the past, or an ex that really broke your heart, and now you're really building something and people are feeling that energy and you're attracting people back in, or a lot of people, whether they're new or they're old, coming into the picture this time, you hesitate and be like, well, why now? Because I'm successful now, because face is out there now you want to circle back. Some of these people really do still love you, Gemini, okay? So yes, be cautious. Not everybody's intentions are in the right place, but some of these exes, whether they're of the highest good to come back or not, they still have a lot of love for you, and that should give you peace, okay? So let me shuffle this a couple more times for you, Gems. With Gemini and love, I hope you're feeling good though, Gemini. It's like Geminis collectively have turned a corner. We're very much in alignment with not just soul purpose, but empowerment. There's this very empowered, self-loving energy, like being okay with some of the hate, like not even really acknowledging if somebody dislikes you or dislikes your work. If anything, I feel like that fuels Gemini because you recognize that love in disguise and you're like, oh shit, I'm onto something here, okay? But let's see how this all ties into love. Gemini and love, 19, that wants to pop, but nope, not yet. Gemini, 17, and love. Geminis are like, we're good, we're done. We talked about work, right? Okay. Some of these people are soulmates, right? We're talking about people who would like to reconcile. Some of these people are soulmates. You know who they are, Gemini. You're not oblivious to this whatsoever. They have been oblivious to this once upon a time. And then they realize that this attraction doesn't go away, that there's probably some soul ties. All of those things you taught your ex-partner about spirituality and energy work and law of attraction, they're like starting to really sit with that and go, oh, wow, there's no other way to explain our connection and our intensity. For some of you, you may consider allowing somebody to come back. Just don't rush into this, okay? Not all soul ties mean you are meant to be with somebody for the rest of your life, okay? Some soulmates have already fulfilled their purpose. I think the message here for the majority of you is this. Just because something didn't work out doesn't mean that person wasn't special. It doesn't mean that that person was a waste of time or that you were a waste of time in their life. There is still love there for you. I just feel peace. Okay, for those of you, especially for those of you who are single, definitely feels like you be calling in somebody new where you guys are really feeling those soul ties from the get-go, but there's a lot of chemistry here. I'm feeling a lot of physical chemistry. It starts off really intense physically, but through conversations, it's somebody who can keep up with you in conversation. That naturally is a huge turn on for Gemini. Deepens that chemistry. Yeah, this is that person from the past. It's picking up some deception. Feels like somebody deceived you in the past, Gemini, and this is not to give anybody a pass on bad behavior, okay? But it does feel like some people really couldn't handle you. Like you really triggered some serious insecurities, and not because you did anything wrong. Okay, hear this. You have not done anything wrong. Where this deception has showed up, it's like you were a mirror for somebody who really couldn't be with somebody as evolved as you, as intelligent as you, as on it as you, right? Especially while you're in this workflow. I think you scared somebody. Somebody feels like they got scared off and they really, really, really regret that. And there's some deception around that. I'm not seeing anything too crazy. Definitely be conscious of new people showing up. Feel it out. Anybody showing up, whether they're new or from the past, you need time. You need to take your time, especially because you really do need to be focusing on work. But some of these deceptions that showed up in the past, and especially people who got scared away, I almost feel like they want to rekindle things. Well, yes, they want to rekindle things, but it's like if they can't get that, they just want to let you know that it was real and they know that they did you wrong or they know that they were in the wrong. Okay, I don't want to put this like victim energy out because I know the Geminis are not vibing at that level, but it's okay to acknowledge if somebody hurt you, okay? Not everybody coming back who hurt you or trying to come back who has hurt you in the past has bad intentions right now. And I know this seems like harsh, right? We get this deception card and it should be careful of red flags. Sure, there are some red flags here. You do have to be careful of some people. But honestly, the major message here is like, all right, someone screwed up. Doesn't mean you have to take them back. There is some legitimate, authentic love, okay? And that should give you some peace of mind, especially if you are still processing, especially abrupt endings. I just feel like people got scared off. They got scared off by your intensity, Gemini. And it's because they weren't the right one, okay? You are calling in higher vibing soulmates at this time across the board in love and in friendships and in business. the soul connection, new love, okay? Clarified by new love. This is where I'm getting that chemistry. It starts off like really intense physical chemistry, but very quickly, especially as you guys are having conversations with a lot of depth, it turns into this intellectual chemistry. Realize you have this soulmate, this spiritual chemistry here, okay? Just be careful of some new people showing up. Not everybody is meant to come into your life. Just like not Alexas are bad, but not everybody's supposed to come back, okay? And you're going to feel that. You're not going to feel conflicted. If you feel conflicted about somebody coming back, there's a very high likelihood that they're not the one. They're not supposed to come back, at least not right now, okay? Couple of cards flying out here. So chemistry is center of the reading. Let your friends help you. Friends be connecting you with new partners. But honestly, Gemini, it feels like this chemistry, there's depth here because you recognize that there's a friendship. You may already be friends with somebody and you take it to a new level. And that's where this physical chemistry gets really, really intense. Please go slow in love. Please go slow because you are distracted with work. And so if somebody's not of the highest good, there is a possibility that someone could come in that's not of the highest good and you're going to miss some red flags because you just don't have the energy and the time to devote to navigating people's energies. Trust things at that core level, that intuitive level. If something feels off, just trust that it's off and walk away. You really can't afford distractions now, okay? But there is a lot of love here. There's a lot of chemistry here. New love does feel good for many of you. So we're taking a look at this, okay? Deception, clarified by playfulness. Well, Gems, I get Gemini often with this playful card, okay? Gemini energy always comes through this. Someone be disguising some sort of deception in this sort of like rambunctious, playful energy. And again, it's like, I'm going to distract you with fun. I'm going to distract you with shiny things, Gemini. And at the core of it, it's all bullshit, you know? Let's not dip into that. Make sure you're taking time with new partners, but also people coming back, okay? But on a positive, Gemini, some people who hurt you in the past, whether you allow them back fully in your life, or you just allow them back enough, whether it's a conversation or a dream or meditation, where you reconnect with somebody, you get your peace. See this playful energy around it. I don't see you guys getting stuck here, okay? You're getting back to who you are. You're getting back to the core of who you are after deception. And I'm telling you, especially for those of you who've dealt with some serious deceptions in the past, you're coming into a much more exciting month. I don't want to say fun because I think you guys are working too hard. You're not going to be in this playful energy like we're 7, but you're going to feel playful about your work. You'll have fun working, but it's exciting. It's mentally stimulating. You are really going to enjoy this. Reading. It is safe for you to love now. It is safe for you to love now. Okay, Gems, I'm definitely feeling some deceptive partners in the past for sure. Again, I do think some of these people really just want to apologize to you. They want a second shot. I think honestly, most of Gemini's exes know they don't have a shot in terms of a reconciliation. Give them that peace. Even if you just do it energetically, give them that peace. You're stepping into this playful energy again, okay? You're getting this new love and this soulmate connection, this chemistry, potentially a best friend that turns into a romantic partner. They're safe, Gemini. That person who is a good friend at the core is a safe partner for you. You can trust that. Just pay attention to any intuitive feelings of heaviness or walking on eggshells or, you know, just like that ooh, like that, I don't know what that was. Pay attention to people who make you feel like that. Just bypass it this month, okay? But there is still good love and there are still some good people around you. And I'm telling you, Gemini, separation being at the bottom of the deck, some people you separated from are very much in love with you. If you felt like there was some deception or someone got scared off, okay? The deception simply be that they put up this front like they could handle you, your energy, your work ethic, okay? Your playfulness, your flirtation, your creativity, and they just couldn't. It may have been, that may be what the deception was, and they had to step back and go, oh man, I can't keep up with Gemini. These are people that still love you. Please find some peace in that if you're still connecting to an ex and you're grieving or you're angry. You know, I don't feel so much grief here. I'm feeling like maybe just a little, I don't even want to say anger. It's like not even that intense, but disappointment. Like, wow, I can't believe that one didn't work out. Gemini, there really is some legitimate love there, okay? If someone couldn't handle you, it's their loss. There does seems to be new love coming in, especially if you're single. You have your peace, okay? For a committed Geminis in relationships, especially for those of you in committed relationships, If you thought about separating, or if work was keeping you apart from a partner, it's getting resolved. This new love energy shows up in the form of a new phase. This chemistry, it feels like some Geminis may have been dealing with a lack of chemistry with the partner, lack of sexual, physical intimacy for a while. That is not an issue for you guys in number, okay? So please have fun with that. Gemini, I see those of you in relationships and you're still together, or you come back together, you just wind up here. This person really does feel safe to love, okay? As long as you guys have this best friend energy, this fun energy where Gemini can be all of Gemini and someone's not intimidated by that, that's it. That's the one, okay? It does feel like some of you in committed relationship may have had a separation because of a deception, but it does feel like that's going to get resolved now. Don't be surprised if this deception isn't about you and your partner, but it has to do with a friend or a family member that has some jealousy, okay? So if you're feeling that energy and you're feeling a little bit of, I don't want to call it, it's like, you know when that air feels heavy, you walk into a room with someone and like that air feels heavy, even though they have a big smile on their face and they love you and they can't wait to see you, and pay attention to those signs. The universe is showing you enough signs that you should know whether or not you should be in somebody's presence. Those people will start to impact relationships that you are currently in, just because it feels like they're going to drain you and there's some jealousy there, okay? But I promise you, Gemini, this really is more positive than anything. Money and work is going really well. Celebrate your partners, Gemini. If you're in a relationship and they can support you and celebrate you and be proud of you, this is the month to celebrate and support your partner back. This is the month to show that gratitude and that love and abundance, because you know what that felt like when someone had to step out because you were too much for them, and it made you question if you needed to downplay or limit, you know, some of your personality, your energy, your talents. F that, okay? F that. There are beautiful, wonderful people showing up now, Gemini, that are meant for you. But send that love and that forgiveness out to anybody who just wasn't it in the past. Clean slate. Enjoy September. This is a beautiful month. All right, Gems, if you feel like you need more clarity than this, reach out to me. I'm available for private readings. You guys know that I am a shaman and a medium and a Reiki master teacher. So if you feel like you need some energy healing, reach out to me for that as well. I am booking now into her, but I still have a good amount of availability. So reach out if you feel like you need it. I will be back mid-month for your mid-month love reading. But in the meantime, Gems, I'm sending you so much love, light, gratitude. Again, thank you all so much for your support on the channel and helping me reach that first really big milestone. I love you and I have so much gratitude. I'll see you back here soon, Gems. Ciao.